All right. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Hello, everyone. This is Attack the Talk. Welcome to this beautiful episode that is before the holidays. We hope that you guys are having a good one. And this is an exciting episode because this is another OVA episode.
Yay!
This is our Holiday OVA. Woo!
Cue the applause.
Yeah.
Cheers and the yeah.
Very cool. And this is going to be our number 6 OVA.
Already 6?
This is 6.
Already?
Yeah.
Dang.
I looked and I was like, okay, what number is this?
Okay.
And this is number 6. So Holiday OVA, guys. And for anybody that joins us, anybody that's listening, anybody that joins us here live as we are streaming, if you have anything you want us to talk about AOT related, let us know in chat. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. No promises. No, more than likely we'll go and we'll talk about it. Yeah, it should be a fun episode, guys. Should be a little bit of a quickie. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, more of
I'm
a
thinking
quick
maybe
one.
An hour or so.
I mean, quick for us is, is like an hour.
I'm thinking an hour maybe, guys, because it is a Monday night. We know that it's much later for some of you guys who tune in. And we obviously want to be courteous of your guys' time. So yeah, it's Monday night. It's an OVA episode. And yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and talk about a little something. So just to give you guys a heads up, I decided to, as we do with OVAs, we go ahead and we talk about maybe lists, right? We like top 10 lists of certain categories. So I decided to create my own list. And because we are in the holiday season, as our friend of the show, Marco, is joining us. What's up, Marco?
Hello, Marco. Hello.
I decided to create a list, and the title of my list is Top 15 AOT characters that deserve coal for Christmas. So I created my own list of my 15 characters who I believe are most deserving of coal. And we'll get into that as we get deeper into this episode. Of course, you guys know we had to get into the poll results and of course the question and responses. So and as always, guys, anybody who's joining us in chat, as we go and we say the question, you guys let us know what your thoughts are if you guys have a response. We would love to go ahead and hear you guys' insight and feedback, as always, and even let us know when we get to the poll and the results. If you guys want to go ahead and tell us how you voted, why you voted, that'd be awesome too.
Plead your case.
Yeah, King Fritz.
I think he's talking about who deserves coal.
Deserves coal, yeah.
Okay.
We'll
get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that
for sure. But yeah, guys, so it's gonna be a fun episode. Again, if you guys have anything maybe you wanted to discuss over in this OVA, let us know in chat. We'd love to go ahead and talk about any specific AOT topics. And if they're holiday related, that's even a bonus. So very cool, guys. So again, welcome to our Holiday OVA. This is episode 6 of the OVA collection, and I'm excited. All right, Lex. So recap. What happened? I'm kidding. What happened last week?
We're not even doing.
No, we're not doing an episode this time.
An episode.
Yeah. Also, we should let you guys know, so that you guys are aware, that there will be no episode.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there will be no episode this weekend. No stream for us because it is going to be a holiday, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a Christmas Eve, and then it'll be Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So
we will not be streaming.
Yeah, we won't be streaming.
Christmas.
So that means that we hope that you guys take full advantage of your holidays and spend it with family or spend it with friends, however you guys go about and spend it.
And we will reconvene.
Yeah, we'll see you guys when we see you guys for sure. All right. Well, Lexi, do you want to add on to the holiday joy? Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say hello to our friends listening and watching?
Just that I very much appreciate your guys' support. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season and staying warm in the winter. And I don't know why the term "attack the talkers" came up in my head right now.
The attack the talkers?
Yeah, our attack. You attack the talkers out there?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. That's pretty cool. You came up with that?
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Look at you and your concussions.
The concussions aren't all that bad.
All right. So that's it? That's all you want to say?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's all I want to say.
All right. Very cool. Also, we want to say, Marco, hope you're doing well. And hope all is good. It's crazy how fast the holidays are really kind of just, they're here, you know? Like,
I feel like it was just Halloween.
Yeah.
It was just Halloween.
And then we skipped Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was so
it was so quick.
I was going to say fast and quick, and I was going to say quick and quast.
Nice.
It was so quast.
That's a perfect way to describe it, I think. But also we were sick, so it's not like we really got to like experience
I know
Thanksgiving
was weird because we all had COVID.
Yeah.
So.
And then before we know it, like this weekend, it's this weekend. Damn. Sunday is Christmas. Wow. That's insane. What a blur.
Sunday is Christmas, Saturday is Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Woo, crazy.
I hope that you guys are all prepared and have all your things together and all that. All the Christmas shopping is done. You guys use that promo code LEX for Fandomion.
Yes, you guys use.
I hope you guys
LEX
did your thing.
15% off to get your guys' Christmas shopping.
Yeah, very cool. Also, if we're able to get to it, for anybody that's interested in their zodiac signs and which character matches your sign, maybe that's something we can go and get into as well.
Oh yeah.
I have an article where it says which character matches your zodiac sign.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and put your zodiac sign in chat.
So maybe we get something we can get into.
Maybe we can read you.
Yeah.
So we'll make a.
Well, also too is as we go ahead and we say the character that is matched with your zodiac sign or with the zodiac sign, and it gives it a pretty cool description. And you know, if your zodiac sign matches with an awesome character, very cool. If it's a character that you don't like, then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's you. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's a reflection of yourself.
Yeah. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and pass it along to you, Lex. So I'll let you go ahead and decide whether you want to start with the poll question and the results, or do you want to just jump right into the question and get it to the responses we got?
I think I'm feeling question first.
All right, cool.
So
let's read that question loud and proud.
Last week, we asked you guys why... All right. Last week, we asked you guys, what do the purple flowers represent during the moments between Eren and Mikasa?
Because last week, what was the moment where the flowers again, they just tried to steal the damn show?
Yeah.
They're not stealing the show, but they're just there. They're making their presence felt. And what was the moment?
It was when finally Mikasa and Eren are back together, reunited. Mikasa's too injured to move, and they're surrounded by Titans. And here comes along Dinah with her big smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dinah's back.
The moment when they're finally back together, except they're in the middle of a Titan battlefield. So
yeah, they're amidst a lot of chaos. For sure.
Maybe not the most peaceful moment, but you know.
All right, so
we have 2 replies.
Okay.
And one of them is from our loyal and much appreciated B Dennis 7.
Yeah.
Hello, B Dennis. Woo! We appreciate your wisdom. Thank you. He says, maybe them throughout the story going through insane problems, but remembering what they're fighting for / finding their way back to each other.
Maybe it could be a constant reminder of them finding their way back to each other. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Because we notice that in moments.
They always...
Hold on. When we see the flowers, is it when they find their way back to each other? Because if that is a kind of
pretty much
common denominator.
It's like every time that they are alone together.
I know it's when they're alone together, but prior to the flowers, with the exception of obviously right from the beginning, right? Because we don't know... You know, the dynamics of everything that happened beforehand.
Could have walked up to him and woken him up, and now they're back together.
Before we see the flowers, right? Before they are, you know, they find their way, you know, to each other again. Moments before, have they been separated for a while? No, not separated, but there's been.
there's been like distance. Probably in all of the cases, except for maybe the one where Armin like saves their lives, pleading with
yeah, you're right with that. And then
Sodus.
No, with Kits.
Oh, Kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher. Yeah.
With Sabat.
Yeah, Christopher Sabat.
I'm trying to look to see.
I'm pretty sure.
When do the purple flowers?
Because even in that one, because all the other ones, it's like when they're back together after the Annie fight, the very, very beginning, when they're back together, obviously this last episode that we covered. And then there's the flowers appear when Eren protects them by turning into his like half Titan form, protecting them. And in that moment, they weren't really apart. I mean, I guess you could count the beforehand where she thinks that he's dead, but they're kind of together for a while. And then after he transforms is when the flowers are shown, when he protects her.
Interesting.
But that could also be, again, what B. Dennis says, that it's to help them remember what they're fighting for, which I feel like that's what like the birds represent, because the birds very much feel like it's pretty obvious that they represent freedom. Yeah. And that is very much what they are fighting for. So.
Well, we know one person in particular is really focused on freedom. I'm trying to look up.
Like when the purple flowers
yeah.
go up?
There's a video. I don't know if I want to play the video. Just trying to see every time the flowers. I think, are we colorblind?
They're purple. No?
Because a lot of it online they're saying they're blue.
They're blue?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought they were purple. Are we colorblind? You guys think they're purple too, right? They're purple.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look up this video. See, every time the flowers appear. So I see here just at the beginning.
It's like an indigo. Beginning
of the series. The moment, like you said, yeah. Marco agrees, says they look purple. Yeah. Or they look purple.
Purple.
Definitely
purple. Yeah, I'm seeing some people calling them blue too, but I feel like they're purple.
So we have the moment where Armin has to try to reason with Captain Kits. Right. Dude, those are purple. Okay, right here, these look blue.
Yeah, some of them, sometimes they look blue, but they're purple.
And what moment is this? This third moment. What moment was that? Whoa, are they hiking somewhere?
Interestingly enough, I found the meaning behind what the actual flower itself represents.
Okay, well, we'll do that after we're done with the responses.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then it's when we see the flowers again, right? When Eren is inside that room being taken care of by Mikasa. Yeah. And then those flowers are against the windowsill.
Yeah.
The flowers of the moment where Dinah Fritz returns. Yeah. Oh, Mikasa with her cute little face as she's pretty much confessing her love.
Yeah.
Bringing up the scarf again, the scarf.
And Eren's so just obvious.
I will always be there to wrap the scarf around you. Yeah, right, dude. Okay, I think appears to be the last moment. Are there more? This video is from a year ago.
I want to say it shows it again when Hannes dies.
What? He does? Whoa. Spoiler alert or what?
I thought, did we not make the spoiler alert announcement already?
No, we didn't.
Oh. Spoiler alert, guys. If you guys haven't seen season 2.
You couldn't wait till next week's episode when we talk about it?
Well, you asked me a question. I answered honestly.
Yeah, Lexi's an honest person.
I'm gonna tell you look ugly to your face.
She wouldn't do that. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, didn't really get much from the video. But interesting. So, B. Dennis, I like the response.
Yeah.
Okay, I do.
Thank you for that.
And I like how they do. They find a way. They find their way back to each other.
Yeah.
You know, which is all I want in the end.
We should have seen the flowers. We should have seen the flowers again in season 4. Then when they reunite.
Yeah. When Eren has full trust that they are gonna arrive.
Gonna show up. Like I am that valuable. They will show up. All right.
Yeah.
God complex.
Yeah.
No, he really does.
He does for sure.
Well, thank you for that, B. Dennis.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Bogged Organ.
Bogged Organ. Hey, Captain Boggy. What's up?
Captain Boggy.
What does Captain Boggy got to say?
Captain Boggy says, this world is cruel but also beautiful. The flowers are a constant symbol, I think, for peace, but they're always shown with blood splatters, possibly symbolizing the cruelty and beauty of life. I like that a lot.
Oh, wow.
They are. There's often a lot of bloodshed on them.
Yeah.
So, because we see that literally in the first episode, like the first moments of the whole anime. The flowers go from being, peaceful and serene to suddenly gust of wind and bloodshed. And so I feel like that could very much be a good symbolism too.
Yeah, the way it symbolizes for sure. Captain Boggy with the world is cruel, right?
But also
beautiful, right?
Quoting Mikasa.
Quoting Mikasa.
All right.
I like it.
Symbolizing cruelty and beauty of life. I like that.
I think that
I don't no arguments here. I feel like that's
when
very
it comes
much
to those moments and everything, right? And what it symbolizes, I mean, it's obviously, it's so weird because when I'm thinking right now, in the moments when they appear, it's kind of like somewhat of a, I don't want to say a beautiful moment, because the fact that they're together, it's like it's an impactful moment and stuff, right? But I feel like they're like surrounded by, as Captain Boggy said, just like, bloodshed or and just like this cruel world that they're living in and stuff, So it's almost like to me where I think about with those two, no matter what's happening around them, there's like nothing that they can endure together.
Yeah.
Especially
in the moments that are shown and everything. Very impactful moments.
Yeah. And it's kind of like what am I trying to say here? I don't want to say it's anything like with like romance or anything, because it's so like hinted.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so frustrating to me.
The power of love.
Especially the moment that we're going to talk about next week, or whenever we go ahead and we stream next one.
2 weeks.
They literally go and they are like having such a moment where if the creator Hisayama just wrote that they would kiss whatever and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'd be weird because I don't know if they're not like legit siblings, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's so weird, but I want to see it happen. But also too, the fact of what like season 4, when remember they're kind of like they come across a small little like village, and Eren's already kind of went psycho and stuff, but he kind of has this moment where he's like asking questions and stuff,
He's like interviewing her
and all that, and you, at least for me, I know in my heart of hearts what I want like certain answers to be, but then it just never gets to that point. It's almost like he just realizes that, okay, like I care about her as friends, this and that, and I was like, what the hell,
because
dude?
Because you're talking about the moment where like he basically asks her how she thinks of him, and she's like, you're my, basically like not friend zoning him, but is like, doesn't say that she loves him or that she has a romantic interest in him. Yeah. And then she like talks about it later on, where she's like, I look back on that day and wonder if things would be different if I had answered differently.
Duh.
Like, yeah.
What do you think?
If you would have answered differently, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
There's a lot of... I read the meaning of the actual flower itself?
Yeah, for sure.
So, These flowers are they're called bellflowers.
Bellflowers?
Mm-hmm. They're bellflowers. And they have a couple of meanings. They mean they symbolize affection, consistency, everlasting love. They also represent humility and delicacy and are often given in gratitude to say thank you. However, they can also be given in times of death and represent disappointment and loss. So they have a couple meanings.
Yeah.
And all of them seem to make perfect sense with Attack on Titan.
Okay, so it's a lot of good and some bad.
Yeah, that's what it is, Marco. Yeah, he got Family Zone.
The Family Zone. Yeah.
You're like a brother to me. All right.
Yeah. Well, did we clear it up? I don't know. I feel like I'm still at a loss here about the freaking flowers.
It's up to interpretation.
Yeah. Like I said, I know in my
maybe it's a combination.
Heart of hearts,
it's up to interpretation for sure.
I know what I want, and I know I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, anime original ending.
Unless, yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Seems like it's in the works.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thank you, Captain Boggy, and thank you, B. Dennis, so much for your guys' responses. Thank you for blessing us with your wisdom. Woo! We appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, as Lexi said. And so now we got a poll to talk about.
Yeah.
And this is a weird poll. It's an interesting poll.
Yeah. So we'll see what you guys let us know in chat what you voted. So
there he is, Captain Boggy.
Hey Boggy, we just read your response on the Q&A. Thank you so much for it. Hey.
Hey.
So for the poll, we asked you guys, which Armin do you prefer? And
Armin question?
Yes.
Let's go.
An Armin question,
My
of
guy.
course. And this is because of the last episode. I'll get to it. So
okay.
The three choices are logical, strategic Armin.
Okay.
Creepy, manipulative Armin.
Okay.
Or peacekeeping, innocent Armin.
Interesting.
Now, this is in relation to the last episode we covered, where we have this creepy, manipulative Armin that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like psychologically tapping into
trying to fuck with Birdie's mind for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Talking about like, oh well, Annie's being tortured right now. Are you just gonna leave her?
And this is because he got the realization, right, that he kept thinking about Commander Irvin saying that we all have our reason, right?
Yeah.
And then Armin's trying to think of like, wait,
like we all have our motivation and everything.
What's his reason? And then he remembers all the time where freaking Shy Birdie was just like creeping on Annie from afar, and he's just like staring and stuff, and he's just like shy, and he obviously has a crush on her.
Yes.
And Armin is aware of that, and he's like, being very smart. There's the reason.
Thinks to manipulate him by telling him these lies.
And then like a switch, all of a sudden he goes full like Joker mode.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
And then the logical, strategic Armin, I feel like we all know what Armin that is.
Yeah.
The planner, that Armin.
I think of like this Armin where we're currently at in the story. Mm-hmm. This is like season 2 Armin, right? And then he's only going to get more, strategic, more logical as we go along, right? Mm-hmm. Until we get to a certain point. Mm-hmm. And then Armin kind of switches, which is why we get to a different Armin. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this Armin, I think of, end of season 1, season 2, season 3 Armin.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I think of. This is the logical, strategic Armin.
And then the peacekeeping, innocent Armin, kind of just feels like season 4 Armin.
Season 4, maybe a little bit of early season 1.
Yeah, definitely. Because he just wants to keep the peace, and he's a little moderator, and he's still.
And that's where the innocence really comes from as well. From like early on season 1. But in terms of the peacekeeping, I think, like you said, season 4. I definitely think of season 4 because we see the Armin that he is in season 4, and he has inherited this Titan ability that is the colossal
the most
Titan.
Destructive,
But you could tell that is something that weighs heavy on Armin, but also the fact that, you know, he's there instead of Commander Irvin, right? Mm-hmm. You can tell that weighs heavy on him.
Yeah.
But I think Armin has gotten to a point where he's just tired of just the constant killing.
Yeah.
And you can see that Armin,
he just wants it to stop. He's so tired of fighting.
Yeah.
He knows that he has to.
Whenever they're at war, you could tell Armin's trying to find any sort of way to resolve, you know, whatever resolve means in that, you know, in that situation,
he's like
right?
Desperate to just save lives.
But he's trying to do it in a way where he prevents as much killing as possible. Mm-hmm. So, all right. And then, yeah, obviously we got the creepy, manipulative Armin from
yeah. I don't think
from
we
this
really
moment.
see it any other time throughout the anime.
Isn't there a time where Armin gives like another kind of creepy little like smile? But it's like, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. It's like one of those weird, like in the manga, it's kind of like a weird, like weirdly drawn, like kind of like jarring kind of like
All I'm
moment.
thinking about is Yelena.
Yeah, I know the Yelena one. Yeah, there's that one. But let's see if I can find it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking of. Let's see if I type in Armin creepy smile. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know why this one. It just says, like just kidding. It's almost like he's kind of like nervous or shy or whatever he said. He's kind of like embarrassed or whatever by it and stuff. And
all right.
And
I mean, I can't think of another time when he's like manipulative.
Yeah, in terms of being manipulative, I think the only other time is when he tries again to Bertold. But then Bertold's like, dude, working. That's not gonna work this time. That's when they go back to Shiganshina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we read the results?
No.
No, we shall not. It will be a mystery. Guess.
Wait, that's the only options?
Yeah, only those 3.
Oh, because I would have done all of the above.
Oh.
But Armin's my guy, so.
Yeah. Those are the only 3 options. You have to choose one. So.
Have to?
Starting from bottom to top, in terms of amount of votes.
All right.
We have.
Armin's definitely a bottom.
15. Okay. We have 15% peacekeeping innocent Armin.
Okay.
So that's the lowest.
Yeah. So
which
lowest,
is like
15%.
The season 4 Armin.
Yeah.
That's how we think of it. And then there's 26% creepy manipulative Armin, which means that 59% is logical strategic Armin.
Logical.
People prefer that logical strategic Armin.
That's not surprising, to be honest.
I am am I surprised that creepy manipulative Armin is higher than peacekeeping innocent Armin? I don't know.
I don't think so. I wish I could see more creepy manipulative Armin.
Because Armin could be very manipulative with being that smart.
Yeah.
He just wants peace too much. He's
just run down, man, by just all the experiences and everything.
He's so tired of fighting. He's so tired of killing. He's so tired of war. Just give him peace and freedom.
Kind of like with Rhina. Rhina just wants to die. Just kill me now so I can go ahead and just...
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, finally rest.
Yeah. And that's another hard... These are all hard situations. Right. Like, all of the Attack on Titan characters are... None of them are in ideal situations at all.
Is there any kind of, like very, like, upbeat and positive character?
Not unless they're kind of a little bit
naive.
Yeah, a little bit kooky, a little bit naive, a little insane.
I used to be Hanji, but now Hanji, she's also just like...
No, it gets to everyone.
Yeah.
Because then we also had like Sasha and Connie. Nope.
They've all seen some stuff.
And spoiler, we don't have Sasha anymore. So,
yeah.
And Yelena, nope.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
There isn't any character that's kind of like.
There's not really a character.
I love my life.
Yeah.
Everything is so great.
Everyone is mentally ill in this anime.
Yeah.
There is not one person.
A lot of despair. A lot of tragedy.
Yeah. Everyone has something to lose.
Yeah.
Everyone has experienced loss. Everyone's, Yeah. Maybe he picks this, but, you know.
I think he's, I guess maybe, as long as he has his booze.
I know. He still finds...
He's just making the best of,
he finds the joy
situation.
in little things.
Yeah.
But, again, spoiler. R.I.P.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the results.
I want to hear your result.
No,
I want to hear your result. I want to hear your result.
I think I want to hear your
result.
My result?
Yeah.
What my result?
Your result.
What I voted?
Your result and meaning behind it.
I voted for creepy manipulative Armin.
Okay. Why?
Because I would like to see it more. I think that if he was a little bit more manipulative, he could really, because he's so smart, he could really be manipulative.
Yeah.
But obviously he would do it in a way that would like benefit humanity.
Yeah.
He would do it with the good, it's bad actions with good intentions.
I like it.
So I feel like it's I like that, Armin.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I would have to agree.
Okay.
Because I want to see more of that Armin.
Yeah.
Because of the exact reasons you just explained.
There.
The thing is, Armin, he's being manipulative in a way where he's just trying to, he's looking out for humanity here. He sees the bigger picture here. He's not being manipulative for selfish reasons. He's not doing it just to be evil or be mean or whatever. Because Armin isn't evil. Armin isn't mean.
Yeah.
Armin, he's just a sweetheart, Yeah. And but it's so cool to see, the sweetheart character, being a little manipulative sometimes. A little bit of
edge.
And even as I mentioned, I get a hint of Joker, kind of Heath Ledger Joker in there, and even just how he's trying to say it,
and
how he's trying to say it and stuff, and he's just I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I'm also a fan of the Joker as well, so
no, wow, so, really, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I want to see more of that Armin, and unfortunately we don't, but hey. Gotta enjoy that moment while we can.
Yeah, we got because
it's so rare.
At least we got to see it.
Yeah, we got to see it. We know it's there, but he just doesn't do it again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Are you surprised by peacekeeping Armin and innocent Armin? That that choice being as low as it is.
I thought that maybe peacekeeping Armin was going to be higher solely because of the idea that is season 4 Armin. I feel like a lot of people like Armin in season 4, but I mean, everyone loves a good logical Armin. That's kind of his bread and butter.
Yeah.
And then creepy manipulative, I didn't know how people were going to feel about that one. So I didn't know how it was going to be. I kind of didn't really have an expectation, but yeah, I feel like where it fell, it's not all that surprising. Maybe just a little bit, but it's not all that bad.
So you said you thought it was going to be higher in the percentage?
Yeah.
Okay, or not where it
I thought it was
ranked.
Still going to be...
So you think it's...
I thought that it was still going to be either creep manipulative or
logical, strategic.
Keeping innocent were going to be one of the 2 lower ones.
Okay.
But I just didn't know how people would respond to creep manipulative Armin.
Interesting.
If they're as much fans of it as we are. But seems like they are.
Yeah. I mean, we see that good things happen when Armin comes up with a good strategy. Mm-hmm. Right?
Of course.
So.
That's why the logical one is 59%.
Yeah. All right. Well, Armin, you win. Good job. Congrats.
Good job, Armin. People like you.
If you guys want to chat, let us know which Armin you prefer.
Oh, of course.
Which Armin you voted. We would love to find out. See if you guys are in the majority, or if you guys are like us and you guys want to see more manipulative and creepy Armin.
Yeah.
You know?
Which Armin do you guys prefer?
Yeah, let us know. All right. So I think that we should get into the list. What do you think?
Yeah, I am very much looking forward to it.
Because I have 15 characters, right, on my list.
And I don't know any of the list.
And
so I'm as much in the dark as you guys are.
I gotta say, Marco did throw me for a loop.
Okay.
Because King Fritz deserves to be on this list, but he's not on the list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one thing we can discuss as far as who we can take off this list.
And then we can replace.
Yeah.
Reorder it. We can
work on it.
Yeah, we can workshop the list.
This is a list I came up with honestly today, and I was thinking about what we can talk about for this holiday OVA, and I wanted to have a Christmas somewhat kind of list or a theme, and that's why this list again is top 15 AOT characters that deserve coal for Christmas. All right, so let's get into the lists.
Okay.
You ready, Lex?
Yeah.
So I have starting at 15.
Oh, starting at 15.
Yeah, so we're gonna work our way down. Okay. Captain Boggy's chiming in the Armin saying that I like tactician Armin, thinking with strategy. Yeah. So Captain Boggy's in the majority.
You're in the majority.
Yeah. And I mean, again, like that Armin, I feel like that Armin even surprises himself. Like the fact that people are actually listening to him.
Yeah, he didn't really have confidence in the beginning.
I feel like even when the plan actually like goes together early on, he's kind of like, wait, whoa, like maybe that actually worked, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
But then unfortunately, you have characters, you know, where they kind of like, you know, they don't follow, you know, they're part of the plan, you know, and stuff. And I'm thinking of all the times where Eren couldn't transform into his Titan early on or whatever and stuff. And
it's like, oh, well, the plan would have worked if certain elements.
Yeah. But all right. Thank you so much, Captain Boggy, for letting us know how you voted. So again, this is top 15 AOT characters that deserve coal, and with number 15, I have a character that you actually brought up.
Okay.
You got the name wrong at first, but I knew who you're talking about. Now it would be Captain Kitz Vorman.
Oh, Kitz.
So he is on my list at number 15. Okay, maybe with King Fritz not being on this list, maybe that means that Captain Kitz is the person off this list. Maybe he still is deserving of it, because we see Captain Kitz is what? Trigger happy, freaking paranoid, you know, like captain
paranoid
that doesn't like he doesn't like to be questioned, right? And especially, you know, when it comes to his direct orders, right? He doesn't like to be tested, and you know, quite frankly, he's annoying. He's voiced by an amazing voice actor in the English dub. Obviously, you know, Chris Sabat is a legend, right? But I don't know. It's just when we see him and we see what he does, and I don't know. It's just, to me, I think he deserves coal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
I don't really see much redemption coming from either. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe there is. Maybe it's just, you know, off camera.
I mean, we see him again.
We see him. He's helping. He's helping fight. You know, in the battle that is. You know, I remember he's kind of at the front lines. You know, protecting. I can't remember exactly what wall it is, but him and other his scouts, I think, with Rico, Captain Rico, and others are trying to get rid of the stray Titans nearby. But that's just him doing his job. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like in terms of him, us seeing him turning into a better human being, a better captain. I don't know. For all we know, when in his battle, he's still like forcing people to do his direct orders, right? I mean, it took you know, Pixis to prevent that crazy mess that was, you know, trying to go ahead and shoot and kill Eren. Right? I mean, not even Armin could convince him. Like, there was no reason with that guy.
But yeah, he was just too paranoid, trigger happy, like all that you described.
Yeah.
Because in season 4, again, I keep confusing. I don't know why I do.
Him and
Sardis and Kitz. In season 4, he's not the one that is in the. Where are they? They're in something that blows up.
You're not talking about like that train, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No. Kits is not anywhere near there.
Okay, yeah. That's what okay. That's Sodus, right?
It's Sodus.
Okay, yeah.
It is another character that is on this list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's number 15. That's who I have to start off this list. Okay?
Yeah.
Again,
I think that
maybe he's safe from Cole.
Deserves to be on there.
And we can throw, King Fritz in there because King Fritz is an asshole.
Yes.
And definitely deserves Cole. At least Cole. He probably deserves way more.
At least Cole.
Maybe he deserves death, you know, but
to be decided.
Yeah, for sure. So at number 14, I have the merchant, Demo Reeves, who is Flagel's father.
Yeah, Flagel's father. Yeah.
And this guy definitely deserves Cole because he's another asshole.
Yes.
Who is just selfish, he's greedy, he's rich.
Lives on the line for his merchandise.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to put these physical items over literal children that are pleading for their lives in front of you? Yeah. Like, at the very least, deserves Cole. Yeah.
At the very least. Do we see any sort of like redeeming acts from him? I feel like he does something.
Yeah.
At the end before he gets freaking stabbed to death or something, you know?
Yeah. I think he kind of just if I remember correctly, and again, I never do, but if I remember correctly, doesn't he have like a redeeming moment with Flagel? Like, isn't it like a
maybe
father-son moment? Maybe
I'm
thinking of something completely different.
I don't think so, because I know that moments before his father Demo dies, Flagel's like, I gotta go take a piss.
Yeah.
So he goes, finds an alley, takes a piss.
Maybe I can.
As he's walking back, he sees his dad getting freaking stabbed by, I believe, one of Kenny Ackerman's people. One of those corrupt people.
One of Kenny's people, yeah. Flagel. I did not know it was spelled that way.
Yeah, Flagel. You're trying to look up to see if there's any redeeming qualities about this guy. Anything to save him from Cole.
Demo Reeves.
I don't think there's any saving this guy. But that's who I have at number 14.
Okay.
There's nothing.
But just Demo, not Flagel. Just Demo.
No, not Flagel.
The Reeves family.
Mm-hmm.
Status deceased. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we know. We saw.
Yeah, we know.
Flagel saw.
For most of his dealings, he had a brief alliance with the military police and the Survey Corps, mostly outside of Trost.
He was for sure corrupt.
Oh, definitely. He was definitely
corrupt. Which is why he was working with them, but he was also a part of was he a part of the media, like the newspaper?
Probably.
Which is why they had to kill him. Can't remember why they had to kill him. But I think that he just knew too much. He just wasn't to be trusted.
I feel like and I mean, it's even saying here, much later on after his talk with Levi on top of Wall Rose, he actually is not as selfish as first seemed, as he agreed to help the Survey Corps if they assured his survival.
There you go. Again, it's like, okay, I'll help out only if you only keep me alive.
Yeah.
Which obviously, everybody... Well, I don't want to say everybody.
He focused a lot on profit and his business. His discussion with Levi also revealed that he was forced by the government to kidnap Eren Yeager and said he was unsure the military police stood any chance against the Titan killers from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And he also claimed that the merchandise... people's lives were not even half as worthy as the merchandise in his cart.
Yeah. That's not good.
That's Cole-worthy there.
That's Cole-worthy for sure.
And he didn't really do anything to redeem himself, really. I mean, he helped out only for his survival.
Yeah, he helped out. Yeah, exactly. He got a little something in return.
Kidnap, special operation outside the warehouse. Hostages being held. Yeah, not really a whole lot of redeeming qualities going on with Mr. Reeves here.
So we're in agreement that the merchant Demo Reeves, Flagel's father, is worthy of being on this list.
Yeah, I think he's worthy.
Very cool. Also, did you want to go ahead and take note of the list as well so that you can review it afterwards?
Yeah, I probably should, yeah.
And you could be like, okay, you know what? I think you're wrong here.
Okay, yeah, I should. Okay, so 15, we have...
Captain Kitz.
Kitz. Is it Kitz?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know how to spell his last name? Vorman?
I'm not doing that.
Then you have Demo Reeves, the merchant. Demo is Dimo.
Why is it? Oh, it's because I started at 15. It's going 16. Whatever.
Yeah.
Reeves. Okay, got it.
All right. So that now brings me to number 13. And this one might be a controversial one. I could understand the argument for why this character should not be on this list.
Okay.
But I have Commandant Quetzalcoatl
Okay.
at number 13.
Okay.
Okay. I just feel like he takes joy in breaking young cadets, right?
Yeah.
And I understand that is for the,
character development.
that's so that they can, in air quotes, thrive, right?
To weed out the weaklings or whatever.
Yeah. But he also gives them such terrible names and stuff. Like, this is a man who would nowadays get canceled so quick.
Yeah, Sodus is definitely the type of person to say a slur.
Yeah, definitely.
And be like, what? My friend's godfather's babysitter is that member of that community.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So this was kind of like a tricky one, but I feel like he is deserving of being on this list. Because he's also just another asshole. Mm-hmm. You could tell, you could just see it. You could, I just see it on him,
Yeah.
Like, he's not approachable.
No, not at all.
And
he's kind of just there just to berate people, honestly.
But he does
he's kind of just there just to weed out.
He does have a redeeming moment.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's a little controversial. Maybe he doesn't deserve to be here after characters like, Demo. Mm-hmm. Demo is also just very selfish and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that I had maybe my reasoning for having Quetzalcoatl a little bit higher than Demo is just because he is training some of these people to be killers.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those cadets end up becoming pretty damn evil.
Yeah.
And it is a credit to Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I'm shooting the messenger, I so be it.
Yeah.
But, you know what? I feel like he deserves to be on this list. What says you?
I says yes.
You think he deserves to be on this list?
I think he should not be above Demo.
Uh-huh.
And maybe not above Kitz because he does have a little bit of redemption.
Yeah.
But I do think he does deserve to be on the list.
Okay. Okay, so maybe then we can switch the order.
Yeah.
Have
Shuffle it around.
15 be the Commandant.
Yeah.
And then work away from 14 Kitz to 13 the Merchant. Demo.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, so that was 13.
That was 13.
Okay. What is 12?
Number 12. I have Ymir.
Okay.
Because
like Ymir Freckles Ymir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have that Ymir.
Okay.
Because she is also another selfish character.
Okay.
Right? And
yes.
Okay, so there's going to be certain characters on here where I have them higher just because of their abilities.
Yes.
Okay. And we know that Ymir, the cards that were dealt to her aren't good.
Yeah.
She's lived through some hell.
Yeah,
anyone in that
situation would feel a little bit of how she's feeling.
Yeah, so it's tough and stuff. And then we can kind of see that Ymir has she has a good heart, but I just feel like she's a character that when push comes to shove, fuck it. It's just about me. Yeah. And maybe just about Historia. Yeah. But guess what? If we are in this dire situation, sorry, Sasha. Sorry, Connie.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm going to let you guys die.
She really values certain lives over others, for sure.
And
that would be her own and Historia.
Yeah. And I just feel like she's deserving of Cole.
Okay. Yeah. But I feel like she's the type to get Cole and be like proud of it. Like the type to get Cole and like not give a fuck about it. Be like, all right, cool. Cool.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I feel like maybe not above Demo, but
I feel like Demo's only just so low because he's well really connected, but like the reality of it is, if you like meet this fool in an alleyway and he's by himself, like I feel like you can just take him out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
still deserves Cole.
Yeah, he still deserves Cole, which is why he's on this list. But I just feel like if I were to try to, for that same, example and take out, Ymir or whatever, like I'm screwed because, she's...
Yeah, but is the quality of their fighting skills what puts them higher on the list?
For certain characters, I'm not going to lie. For certain characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what your motivation was for this list, but okay.
I'm going based on like how certain characters aren't evil,
how
but like
they are of evil.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have Ymir at number 12. So at number 11, I have Annie Leonhardt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so she is 11.
To hear some of the Titan users go up there.
Yeah. So I have Annie at number 11, and come on, Annie. What needs to be said about Annie?
I think we all know.
Her motivations
unfortunately, being brain, and I'm going to say the same thing about Rhina and Bertolt too, like growing up where they're growing up in Marley, being essentially brainwashed.
Yeah.
Like, but not just brainwashed. It really sucks to get put in that situation, but also like to be a warrior. But she also did take countless lives
without remorse, like literally no remorse.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Just thinking about like that whole.
But she could have redemption.
Arc. Think about that whole female Titan arc and all of the scouts that she just brutally murdered
with her ass.
Well, yeah, those weren't scouts.
That church that
that church she literally just sat on. But thinking about just running through the giant
the way
forest
that they were killed too.
There's brutal ways that she killed some of them.
Yeah,
and I still to this day think that she literally kills a scout in my eyes the most gruesome death in Attack on Titan, and that is literally spinning that dude from his ODM cable at such a speed where his body is folded. Literally, his back is folded.
Yeah, folded the opposite way.
And this dude is like somehow spraying blood too, and everything. Like that's brutal. No remorse. So Annie deserves to be on this list for sure.
I agree.
Now
she could get redemption.
Yes,
we'll see.
We know that she's involved with season 4. So we'll see how that all plays out. But definitely deserve to be on this list. So here we go. Now we're gonna get down into the top 10 here.
Okay.
Maybe another controversial one, and I'm excited to hear your rebuttal. I'm excited to maybe hear your reasoning. But I have number 10, Yelena.
Okay.
And that is, we talked about Armin being manipulative. Yelena, she deserves an Oscar, right? And she is in some way, she's kind of like a mastermind in her own right.
Yeah.
Just how certain things played out, right?
She uses her resources well, and
she aligned herself very well too. I mean, obviously she is a member of the Jaegerists, and she admires both Jaeger brothers in Zeke and in Eren, and she is fully on board with the idea of pretty much no more children being born, right? And she's trying to do whatever she can to ensure that that plan, having Zeke and Eren go ahead and meet, and I don't know, I feel like in terms of abilities and everything, we talked about abilities, right? Like some people have the ability to go ahead and murder people for being a Titan. When you have others who are just so manipulative, right?
Yeah, they have that mental ability.
Yeah, and I feel like Yelena is just one of those characters, right? Where you have to really be careful around characters like this.
Because she could take one wrong thing you say, use it as fuel.
Yeah. Like look at Union Capone, right? Mm-hmm. And poor guy just trying to go along with this plan, to more or less just to survive, right? Mm-hmm. And even then, like, he has obviously a conscience, and he's seeing kind of like the evil side of things, right? And seeing maybe how Yelena is going about things the wrong way.
Yeah.
And because now, he's trying to go back on it, like they immediately cut him off, They immediately, he's now an enemy and stuff, and it's just a tricky situation. Those Jaegerists.
Those Jaegerists.
Yeah. But yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have her on this list.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, in terms of psychological torment.
Yeah.
Yelena's up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your 9th?
Number 9. I have Kenny Ackerman.
Okay, I was expecting to hear Kenny.
I have Kenny Ackerman. I mean, Kenny Ackerman is just a freaking... They call him Kenny the Ripper.
Yeah.
Like...
For a reason.
This guy murders people.
Yeah.
And he's murdered countless people.
Yes.
He is his own legend.
He has his own squad that he orders to kill people as well.
Yeah.
He has a hand in many deaths. Definitely.
And, we go ahead and we get into that backstory of Kenny and stuff. And, it's interesting, kind of the dynamic between him and, why am I blinking? On the race family member. I always blank on his name, but he's the one that like aged so rapidly.
Oh, Udi.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that relationship's kind of interesting, and I can't wait to talk and learn more about that.
I'm hoping that we learn some more about Udi, because I'm curious about that character.
But despite all that, I mean, you see what Kenny the Ripper, what we see of him most of the time in AOT. I mean, he's just a bad dude. Mm-hmm. He's borderline just evil, and he kind of just has his own selfish motives, and a lot of it has to do with it's not money, right? He just
isn't he just trying to get a hold of Titan serum?
I think that's kind of the goal down the line.
But it's also like he's probably getting paid to do jobs, and
because he's kind of like a bounty hunter, right?
Yeah, he seems like a bounty hunter. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
you guys can correct us if we're wrong. Probably are.
I just know that he did a lot of bad things.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, he deserves to be up there.
Okay. All right.
No argument here. He deserves to be up there.
Okay, so I have Kenny Ackerman, number 9. Now, number 8. This is the character that was with Commandant Quetzalcoatl.
Okay.
Towards the end, when he made the valiant sacrifice. And that would be character Captain Theo Magath, or whatever. Yeah, you say the last name, Magath.
Okay.
Do you remember Theo Magath?
I do not,
no?
actually.
You don't remember Theo Magath?
But I don't remember a whole lot, so don't be offended.
Look him up. Search up Theo Magath.
Or is it Magath? Magath sounds familiar.
Search it up. See the guy. You recall he is the captain for the Marley squad.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So he also sacrifices himself, right? We see some
remember.
redemption there.
Yeah.
He understands that he's on the wrong side of things, or at least he understands that, all right, I have to work with the enemy in order to kind of, all right, let's just do this thing. But he's another kind of like just a-hole captain, who, we don't see too much of him, I don't think, over in season 4. But I feel like he just has another kind of just ruthless intent, and he is a captain that probably will just do whatever it takes to go ahead and get the job done.
Yeah.
And I just don't get good vibes from him.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't deserve to be as high on this list, but
oh my god. Yeah.
But yeah.
Because this is this is the dude that's he's a general of the Marleyan military.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We see him a lot in season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Or not a lot, but we only see him in season 4.
We might see him a little bit maybe in when we get to Grisha's kind of backstory, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. Excited to see.
Yeah, but
yeah, Chief of the Warrior candidates. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're chief of the warrior candidates, you're an a-hole.
Yeah, there's a little bit of brainwashing going on there, sir. Yeah. Yep.
So I have number 8. Okay. Now here's where things kind of get a little interesting.
Okay.
Number 7, I have Rhina Braun.
Okay, yeah.
I have Rhina at number 7. The Rhina that we see as of late is very suicidal,
worn down,
very depressed Rhina.
Yeah, we have a suicidal Rhina.
And but I just, what? I can forgive, but I just can't forget. I can't
Especially
forget.
when it's so many lives.
I can't forget how this whole mess started. And maybe it's going to be a little maybe those words are going to be a little hypocritical once we finish this list, but I don't know. I just feel like Rhina was more or less the driving force behind the invasion in the island of Parody. I feel like Rhina tried to be something he isn't necessarily, which is trying to be that leader after Marcel dies, right? But then in his own mind he tries to convince himself that he is this leader, this. And then in his mind he convinces himself that he is a soldier, and and
he does have psychological issues. And everything.
But everything that he's done.
Yeah, his actions.
Yeah, I just think that he
needs help.
He's on this list. He's not top 5 in terms of these characters, but that are deserving of coal. But. Again, it came down to the ability, right? And something you said that was interesting was it's kind of like if they have that ability to be evil.
Yeah. They have the capacity.
Yeah, the capacity to be evil, right?
And yeah, you deserve some coal.
Yeah. And if this guy decided to just go on a freaking warpath and just destroy so much, he is the Titan that can do that, where he's just, he can just do some significant damage, right? I mean, this is all hypothetical, but
it's a difference having the capacity to be evil, because we all have the capacity to be evil.
That's true.
We can all go down the street and trip an old lady. We can we all have the capacity to be evil, but it's the actual actions.
And guess what? Rhina
that may prove
Rhina has actions that he's done.
Yeah, and Rhina very much has these actions.
And we see
he's
that
got blood on his hands.
These are things too.
Armored hands.
And those actions too, you could tell that they are moments that maybe haunt him. Right?
Yeah. And we might, we could get some redemption because he just seems so worn down. Yeah. But again, same argument given in his brainwashed and what the resources that he was given and where he grew up, and what really more was there that he could have done. It's just a really unfortunate situation. He has countless lives on his hand, and yeah.
All right, we got a friend of the show, Kyron, joining us with a very, very big Santa-esque ho ho ho.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Kyron. Hello.
What's up, Kyron?
We're currently reviewing AJ's personal list of top 15 Attack on Titan characters that deserve coal this Christmas.
Yeah, we're currently just finished number 7 on my list. So just to kind of do a quick little review, I think we can kind of go ahead and review.
You just list them.
We're at the kind of halfway point, more or less, right? But yeah, so at 15, I have Captain Kitz Vorman. 14, I have the merchant Demo Reeves, Flagel's father. 13, I have Commandant Keith Sodis. At 12, I have Ymir. Right? That's not...
Yeah. Freckles Ymir.
Yeah,
Historia's
this is Freckles.
Ymir.
Yeah, this is Historia's Ymir. At 11, I have Annie Leonhardt. At 10, I have Yelena. At 9, Kenny Ackerman. At 8, Captain Theo Magath. If that is how you say the last name.
Yeah. Magath. I don't know.
Magath. And then 7, Ryan Braun. So now...
On to 6.
Just outside of the top 5, I have Porco Galliard.
Okay.
And...
Interesting.
This is interesting.
I was wondering if any of the new warriors, not new, but any of the
ones that we see from season 4,
are gonna make it up there.
I have Porco because I think Porco is another just ruthless kind of Titan warrior. You know, I don't really see a whole lot of like.
He seemed very motivated by murder.
Yeah, I like that. Very motivated by murder.
Like how Rhino was in the beginning of his, until he, he's at the end.
I don't really see any kind of remorse in him. Yeah. Like, I don't see him really having like those emotions where it's like, oh man, should I kill this person?
Like, obviously they've all been put in this situation where they're at as Marleyan warriors, that it's like, you think that you're doing good for your people. You're brainwashed into thinking that these people are the spawn of Satan. Like, you're brainwashed into believing that. It's a different thing when you realize that they're not. Like, you realize that you're wrong and you feel remorse for that. Like, I think you definitely get some humanity points in that way if you start feeling that remorse. And Porco doesn't seem like someone who feels remorse even after being exposed to, like, these people are human, these people are just like us, they just want to survive, and he doesn't really give that remorse.
No.
So I agree with his placement on the list.
Even how he treats like Rhina and stuff too, like Rhina isn't worthy of being a Titan.
He seems like he has this kind of almost like, not a god complex, but like a little power trip.
Yeah.
That he has.
Well, I mean, I think too is because he knows that he was robbed of being a Titan.
Yeah.
And
his brother and everything.
Yeah. But does that mean that Porco was supposed to be the armored?
Don't they say?
Because I know Marcel was telling Rhina, right? Or was it Marcel or was it Porco?
Well, I know that Rhina wasn't.
Porco's the one that tells Rhina that he wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be a warrior.
But it's because Marcel, made sure that I didn't become a Titan to protect me and stuff, right? Is why you became a Titan. So does that mean that Marcel was going to remain the Jaw Titan and that Porco would have been the armored?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then Rhino would have not been.
Yeah, Rhino just would have been.
If Ymir wasn't involved, then yeah. Or if Marcel didn't convince them to choose Rhina instead.
Can you imagine if that was the case and then say Ymir still follows through and murders Marcel in front of Porco? Can you imagine the devastation that Porco would put on over in freaking Shiganshina?
Yeah.
Like, we thought that Rhina and Bertold did damage. I feel like there would be so much hate and anger.
So much bloodshed.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have gone on a rampage.
After losing his brother.
We would have seen a berserk Porco.
Yeah.
Except he would have been the armored, which would have done
which would have been
a lot of damage.
For sure.
Yeah,
I have Porco there.
I agree with
and plus
Porco.
too, even how he talks about Ymir's after kind of like, you know,
I know,
having not, I don't think it's necessarily her memories and stuff. I mean, I think it is he tapped from her memories, but he sees that he
like pities her.
Yeah,
but like in a bad way, not like I feel bad.
It's not I feel bad. It's just this worthless, you know.
It's like a pathetic, like almost like dehumanizing her.
Yeah,
kind of thought.
So again, he just seems like he's just like a despicable freaking you know person, you know, and who's voiced by an awesome voice actor.
Yeah, who's just voiced by someone who's just amazing and sweet and kind. It's crazy. Sure. Acting.
All right, Kellen, do your thing. But yeah, that's what I have just outside of the top 5. I have Porco. So, are you ready for the top 5?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, number 5 on my list, I have the man, the myth, the beast himself. I have Zeke.
Okay.
I have Zeke at number 5.
Okay.
Right. Zeke, I mean, he's just the boss. We see the boss, man, you know, when he finally steps on, you know, when he's there at the island.
Yeah.
And he just brings fear to these Titan users, you know, as soon as Rhina and Birdie see him, they're literally like surprised and in awe, and almost like there's a hint of like, oh shit, like
there's definitely some fear in that,
right?
in their faces, in their expressions, for sure.
And I mean, for Zeke to just go ahead and head to these villages and just transform innocent people into Titans, like that's I don't know, like
after
there's no redeeming qualities there.
Even seeing like a brother who he knows like plead to him to his face, like please, my little brother is going to transform.
Yeah,
please don't do it.
Yeah, and then
nope, I'm gonna do it.
And he's another guy who's kind of dead set on accomplishing the plan, which he believes him and Aaron are both in agreement with, and that is to pretty much eradicate any future seeds, you know, prevent, you know, like, you know, children from being born.
Yeah.
Right. In order to stop this whole chain, which is, you know, Titans, you know, being born and all that. He wants the Titans to die off. But I don't know. There's a lot of bad things that Zeke's done. And we understand that Zeke had he's another character with a tough kind of like upbringing, right? Grisha was a pretty shitty father to him.
Yeah.
And he had the doctor, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but you know, he was there to kind of like be a father figure for him and stuff, right?
Sure.
But
played catch and all the traditional.
Yeah, but I mean, Zeke, I can't forgive him for freaking chucking that horse at my guy Mike.
Yeah.
You know, and then doing what he did to Mike. I don't know.
He also strikes me as just like this manipulative character.
Yeah. He's another very intelligent, you know.
Both physical and psychological
warrior.
Torment. Yeah.
So I have Zeke.
Deserves cool.
Yeah, Zeke's out there on my list, top 5 here. Now, at number 4, this is a character that I think we're actually going to go ahead and kind of, we're going to get into that story arc fairly soon.
Okay.
But this character is Rod Race.
Okay.
I have Rod himself. Because, I mean, he's just another cowardly, manipulative, just
very selfish
characters.
Selfish is...
He's literally using his own family members, right? To...
Trying to be... He's of course manipulating them and being like, oh no, it's this great cause that you're doing. Like, yes, you are this chosen one. It's like, no, it's because you don't want to do it. And
it's that whole kind of royalty that they have to their name and everything, right? And being the founding family.
Having an illegitimate family and everything too. And he just seems like a scummy guy from the get-go. Yeah. And doesn't have any redeeming qualities.
No, there's none. You know, it's not like he shows remorse for his actions, and you know, there's no apology.
He's not fatherly to Historia at all.
No.
And if he is, it's in motivation for his own personal gain.
It's so that she can become the next, you know, founding Titan, and he can just use her. But then, you know, he ends up becoming this disgusting Titan. Oh my gosh, did he turn into a disgusting
like a sliced tomato?
Yeah. Oh gosh. So he's who I have.
Looks like
my top 5. He's number 4 on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rod Reese.
Rod Rice.
Rice.
It's like race.
Race.
Yeah.
Rod Race.
So that brings us to top 3. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
And at number 3, God, do I despise this character? Number 3 is Flock.
Yeah. I was waiting to hear that name.
Yeah. Flock is he is another cowardly character that we see early on.
Selfish, manipulative. Yeah.
But then he just becomes,
gross.
Talk about God complex.
Oh,
because
my.
he's aligned with Eren Yeager, right? And he is this, kind of leader in the Jaegerists. Like, Flock just becomes just a pure evil, annoying character that you just so badly want to see his demise.
Yeah.
Like every time you see him, you hope that's the moment. You hope that's the moment that somebody's gonna go ahead and off the dude.
Yeah, Kyron.
Kyron agrees. Yes. We all hate that guy.
Hate that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this guy definitely deserves coal for sure. I mean, there's no redeeming qualities about him at all, and he's just, he's such a terrible individual.
Yeah, absolutely no redeeming. Yeah, why did he have to be the only one that survived that battle? Why?
Yeah.
Why did he have to be the only one that survived? Maybe that's the trigger for his god complex. I don't know.
But oh my gosh, scum of the earth is correct. Yes, Kyron. But
toilet water. Yeah.
yeah.
Dog water. Yeah.
But this guy is just he's as bad as they get in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I mean, use toilet water, yes.
Used
this
toilet
dude is
water.
he's just not a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. Every time he's on screen, it's just like, oh, does he die yet?
You're looking forward to
please
to somebody to go ahead and kill this dude.
Do something.
And yeah, it was kind of difficult to only have him here at 3. I wanted to put him up higher, but I just felt like...
Yeah, when you first mentioned that, I have a list of 15 Attack on Titan characters that deserve coal, in my head, I was like, okay, number 1's Flock.
That Flock
I was like, wait, let me think more.
Yeah.
Let's put some personal feelings aside.
Yeah.
Let me think a little more about that.
So I knew Flock was going to be definitely up there at the top.
Yeah.
The top echelon of...
Yes.
Of,
Very much so.
Of evil. But yeah, so I have Flock at number 3. So that brings me to number 2.
Okay.
And number 2 is Gabi Braun.
Okay.
Okay.
I was waiting to hear her name too.
Gabi, again, a character that we're introduced to in season 4, and again, I feel like if you are a fan of Gabi early on, then I think there's something, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but there might be something a little wrong with you. I say that with all love, of course. but yeah, Gabi is just another character that I feel like is kind of difficult to just root for, difficult to like, because of how arrogant she is.
She's just so unlikable and so sour from the beginning that it's so hard that even though she is...
And she's a bully too.
I will... And she's a murderer.
Oh yeah, she's for sure a murderer. We're going to get to that too.
But even though she is getting this kind of redemption, she's
seeing the truth.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. She's slowly getting exposed to the truth, which again, she's young. She's being brainwashed. Like, I don't really... necessarily, I don't blame her for the way that she came up and her way of thinking. I do blame her for her actions on it. That's what I fault her for. And even though that she is getting this she's starting to realize she's getting this redemption now. You guys aren't devils. Like, oh my gosh, I've been wrong. I feel bad for shooting Sasha and everything. And even though she is getting this redemption, you still can't help but just feel so like, no, you don't get redemption. Like, you can't help but still like just feel so sour towards her and so like, such an arrogant, selfish little girl.
Kudos to that horse that starts gnawing on her head.
Yeah. Love that horse.
Also the scene too when she when she obviously boards the blimp and she murders Sasha, which I mean, again, it's like another big reason why she's on this list, right? Is that she is a character that literally murders one of the main group members. The
OGs.
Yeah. But then there's that moment where she's surrounded by all the other scouts just throwing freaking punches at her. And yeah, it's, I don't know. Gabi is just a character where, again, kind of like with some of the others on the list, where some of the actions that they had early on, it's just hard to kind of just like, you know.
It's really hard to
really kind of forget. Yeah. And
it's really difficult. As much as, you know, you want to have humanity in people, you want to have faith in people, it's just like, I feel like it's really hard to put these Marleyan people up there because of the way that they were brought up and everything, and how they were just brainwashed. And like, again, my same argument that I just said for Gabi is that like, I don't blame them for being in their situation. They had no control over it. I do blame their actions that they set upon this belief, especially after having some kind of exposure to truth, being able to see truth and continuing these actions.
Yeah.
Definitely not excusable.
Yeah.
But it is also really, really a hard situation to have this propaganda forced into you that these people are devils.
So at such a young age.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're so naive.
And she's
so impressionable.
She's somewhat of like a prodigy too.
Yeah.
You know, because she is talented. She is, you know,
strong.
She's
very capable, obviously capable of murdering on an airship full of scouts.
Yeah.
So.
But also too, she's another manipulative character that we see early on when they're kind of in that war, you know, with some of the other kind of like, I don't know if another country or another, you know, group of soldiers and whatnot, but she tries to use her, you know, her being a young girl, you know, as manipulation, where she's, you know, instead she takes off her uniform and stuff, she tries to just pretty much be like the
tries to look as this like this innocent, wary, little, make you feel bad, make you feel
so I don't know,
empathy.
Gabi's just
until she pulls out the grenades and explodes your train.
So Gabi is number 2 on my list. It was kind of difficult to decide whether to put Gabi at 3 and Flock at 2, or, you know, whatever. But again, it just came down to the extent of how evil they can be, right? And it's pretty close because Flock is pretty damn evil.
Yeah.
You know. But
I would say for me personally, I would probably put Flock above Gabi. Given Gabi, yes, I hate her.
Sasha dying just was really tough.
Yeah, for sure. And then, but we also
did Flock kill any of the OGs?
No, he didn't kill any of the OGs, but he has killed probably more Eldians than Gabi has, I think. So I think, and also Gabi's getting some redemption, and Flock has there's no redemption in sight.
Yeah, there's no going back with.
So
Flock.
I would switch them personally on my list. I would switch
your
them.
list. Okay, so Kyron's giving us a little bit of a hint here, foreshadowing. Okay, so maybe I'll switch it then after we get to the ending.
Yeah.
But
next Christmas.
Next Christmas.
We'll review.
But as far as what I see of Gabi so far, she's number 2 on my list. But like I said, it was difficult. I could have switched either her and Flock. But that brings me to number 1.
Number 1. Are you gonna say who I think you're gonna say?
I don't know, maybe. But number 1, I just have to go with Falco. I mean, Falco is just
what?
You know, he's. No, I'm kidding. No, not Falco. Not Falco. It's definitely got to be Niccolo. That freaking
say your real
cook.
answer.
Oh my gosh!
You have us all on the edge of our seat.
Number 1 is no surprise, but it is Eren Yeager.
Yeah.
I think mass genocide probably takes the cake.
That's a little bad.
When it comes to who is the most deserving of Cole.
Definitely.
He went off the deep end. You know, and you see,
and that he's the mastermind behind all of this horrible.
So we brought up the quality, right, of certain characters, of what they bring to this table here, of being on this list, right? And some of that same quality we used was manipulation. Now, who is the mastermind, the manipulator here that we find out has been literally
manipulated us, the audience.
Yeah,
we got manipulated.
Yeah, you know. And that freaking scene where we go back to that moment where Grisha is going to go ahead and take that founding titan. Mm-hmm. We see Grisha actually doesn't follow through with it.
He doesn't want to.
Until the manipulator. Mm-hmm. Until and again, it's kind of just jarring the facial expression that we see on Eren, where he's just like, he will not be denied. This is going to be the story that he writes. He needs to become this crazy titan that,
talk about God complex. I think Eren's a perfect example of God complex.
And
manipulating all these people. I mean, we could go on with, how he treats his friends in the end.
He beat the shit out of Armin.
Yeah.
And that's his childhood friend.
How he's psychologically manipulating Mikasa, knowing you'll forever be loyal to me. I could say all this to you, be so mean to you, and you're still going to protect me. And it sucks. It's the truth. And
it is the truth. And we saw it when Armin tries to go after Eren, and what happens? Mikasa literally stops him.
And then him manipulating everyone else and
manipulating Zeke.
Zeke's face. Yeah, Zeke's face was all of our faces.
This dude is
what?
He's the puppeteer here. Mm-hmm. He's the one who's kind of just running the show. And I don't know. It's just, how can you not have Eren Yeager number one on the list of the characters that deserve Cole for Christmas?
Yeah, definitely deserves Cole at the very least.
Yeah.
Cole.
Yeah. All right.
Mass Genocide, kind of deserving of Cole.
So that is my list to go ahead and again go through the entire list.
I'm surprised. Why did you put Rhina, Ymir, them up there, and Annie, and you didn't put Bertold?
Yeah, I didn't put Bertold up there.
Is that a little biased?
Maybe, but I feel like Bertold he is one of the honorable mention. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because of what we learned about Bertold recently, where he knows that this has been so difficult for him.
The podcast.
He knows that there's no going back. He knows his actions will never be forgiven, but he explains to them that it was so difficult for him to do it. He understands that he didn't want to do it. And the bonds that he built are real bonds, they're real friendships, and they were all genuine. But, again, he's just kind of a victim of being brainwashed and stuff,
victim of circumstance.
And I think that's why I mentioned early on of my statement was going to be very hypocritical, because this character is not on my list of top 15. But doesn't mean that he's not deserving of it. It just means that he is on the outside looking in of my list here. And also, too, Marco brought up a good point in the character King Fritz, because, again, we go through that kind of way back origin of, the founder Ymir, and we find out that King Fritz is a despicable human being. So he is deserving to be on this list, which means that maybe
a monster.
With that reasoning,
we can move down.
We can remove Commandant Keith Sodus, who we decided he's going to be 15, right? We kind of altered the list here, right? So that means that with all that being said, how high are we putting King Fritz? Is he top 5? Probably after Flock. Is he going to be number 4? Or is he higher?
I think we put him.
You switch, so we have Flock at 2, and Gabi at 3. So does that mean that King Fritz is number 2, or is Flock still number 2? Because we can't put King Fritz over anywhere outside of the top 3.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Because that is just he's a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah, I think we put King Fritz at
after Eren, or say
2.
Just before Eren.
Yeah, I think we put King Fritz at 2.
All right.
And then Flock at 3, and then Gabi 4.
Okay.
Yeah, move everyone
so
down.
So that means that with this new list
and then
here,
we'll take out Sodus.
Yeah. So that means that with all that being said, we have number
Sodus.
Yeah, Sodus, and as well as even Birdie. Yeah. I feel like Birdie definitely is.
In all honesty, I think that I would replace Ymir with Bertold.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I understand Bertold. He does have very much. He's has some redeeming qualities. He does. However, is that enough to excuse the loss of an entire district? Is that enough to excuse Carla's death? Is that enough to excuse all of those deaths? Given he was brainwashed and everything.
Yeah, I can excuse him.
Given he was brainwashed and everything, and again,
I think what was tough for me is just like you could tell that it was really difficult for him to follow through with all that.
Yeah, you could tell that the intentions were just to just get the mission done.
That'd be like if we lived in Marley.
He didn't enjoy doing any of it at all.
That'd be like if we lived in Marley, right? And then like I didn't have Armin on my list. And you'd be like, well, I mean, he did destroy the entire seaport.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, I mean, it was difficult for him to, like, you could tell he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Know?
Yeah, because we don't have Armin up there and he's killed people.
Yeah.
We don't have Mikasa up there. She's killed people. Levi's killed people. Irvin's killed people. Yeah. That's
so it's
true.
like there's certain characters where you can kind of you can almost feel the intentions.
That's true.
That they really have.
Because he does have the capability to be absolutely evil.
Yeah.
But he's just... We have these sweet guys having this horrible nuke of a power.
Yeah, literally they are the nuke.
Yeah.
You know? And
I'd like to keep it that way. Yeah. So. I would prefer if we did not have someone like Flock with the Colossal Titan ability.
Yeah. Okay. So then that means that if I'm going through and we're altering this list live here, right? So 15 then would be...
15 is going to be Demo Reeves, right? Because they all moved down one after putting in...
Okay, Demo, but no. I think Kits isn't as bad as Demo. Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll put...
So 15 is still Kits?
Yeah. 15 is still Kits, yeah. Okay. I think Demo's worse than Kits.
So we have Kits. Okay, and then I think that... I'm going to change 14 to... We can drop Ymir.
Yeah, I think we should... Because, again, another victim of circumstance.
So Ymir will be 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then that means 13 is Demo.
Yeah.
Reeves, the merchant, Flagel's father.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And then
it goes Annie.
Elena. Yeah. That means 12 is Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Number 11 is Yelena.
However, I forgot how you pronounce her name. I keep pronouncing it like
it's Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yelena. And then number 10 is
Kenny.
Number 10 is Kenny. Wow. And then we have 9 is Theo McGoth.
Mm-hmm. I'm also editing mine.
Number 8 is Rhina. Seven is Porco. Number 6 is Zeke. So Zeke is outside of the top 5 now.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Rod Race.
Wait, you have 6 Zeke, 5 is Rod Race.
Yeah.
Then 4
is Gabi.
Yeah.
Number 3 is still Flock.
Mm-hmm. Number
2 is King Fritz. Because how did I not have this kind of list?
This dude is just... We don't even want to speak of him.
And then number 1 is Eren Yeager.
Is the mastermind behind the torment, Eren Yeager.
Yeah.
Another victim of circumstance, but you know.
Yeah. And then, so we have
Solid
the honorable mentions.
Yeah, honorable mentions being Bertold, Kits.
Yeah. I mean, some of the other Titan warriors.
Yeah, we could say.
I mean, Peak, she's naughty for a whole different reason.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Peak is. We can excuse Peak. Yeah. A little bit of bias there. We can excuse Peak. Yeah, Peak. We'll get her something nice for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you really do like dig deep and do your research, you're gonna find a lot.
Yeah, you make a pros and cons list.
Another person that came to mind in a character that's not a big part of Attack on Titan, but definitely makes his presence felt. And that is, I looked him up, and the name it has him under is just Gross. And that would be that soldier on top of the wall that I believe he fed, or he... What's the story here? I remember Grisha's sister, right? Was attacked by the dogs and stuff and all that, and murdered, and then we see this guy on top of the wall, like the kind of heavier set captain or the soldier who has the mustache, and he's the one who ends up talking with Grisha and pretty much like antagonizing and stuff like that, you know. And then he's the one who injected, I believe it was Dinah, and pushed her over and stuff and everything. Before he can do the same to Grisha is when obviously Aaron Kruger saved him, right? And Aaron Kruger ends up pushing him, you know, so he can be fed by, you know, these Titans and all that. And I remember seeing that scene. I was like, oh my god, this guy is such a terrible person, you know.
Just absolutely no remorse.
But I think that he can probably be he's definitely an honorable mention if not on this list. But again, he just wasn't that significant of a character to go and have on this list, because in my mind I'm like, okay, we see him as this terrible, you know, like soldier on the wall who's injecting these, you know, these more or less probably innocent people becoming Titans, right? But I'm like, a lot of those other people, those soldiers there, could be the same way. Yeah. You know, they could be, you know, terrible people as well.
Exposure to this one.
Yeah, you know, so I'm like, okay, so I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and put him on this list. I'm not going to give him that platform. Yeah. You know? He doesn't deserve to be on my list.
It's like the same thought process as if we put Willie Tiber on this list. And it's like, oh, because he, you know.
I thought Willie was a cool dude.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty but because he was aligned with the Marlians, you could plead that, oh, he's guilty, he's capable of getting coal. I feel like there's a lot of people in Attack on Titan that are very much capable of getting coal.
Yeah, there's a lot, for sure.
But just for the 15.
I mean, another character who, again, is not necessarily anywhere near the quality of some of these other characters, but like, what about Otowo? Otowo is another kind of like selfish person where he's just like, very, you know, in it just cool. For the notoriety, just to be famous, just to be kind of like, he wants to be Captain Levi so badly, you know, and but then you have qualities where it's like, okay, I mean, he is more or less kind of like a team player, you know, he does kind of care about the big plan and stuff, you know, like in terms of like the grand scheme of things and everything, right? Like he is following orders, he's just trying to do it in a very kind of like, you know, like flashy kind of way, you know. He definitely wants to have that fame, you know, and you can tell he wants to be the best member of the Levi squad. Yeah, you know, am I going to hold that against him and just force coal as a gift for him? Yeah, no, because he's dead.
Yeah, thrown in his grave. Yeah,
but
if he even.
Yeah, I mean, another character that we see right from the get-go in season 1 is Lord Vald. He's another terrible royalty of a person who's just living a very luxurious and safe life, very luxurious and safe life, you know, as Commander Pixis just loses to him, so that again he can have that kind of like god complex and you know, think that he's better than everybody while he freaking, you know, drinks his booze and eats his cookies. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Another terrible person where it's like, look, dude, like there's Titans have like they've breached the walls, right? Instead of having the garrison soldiers go ahead and more or less do their job, no, hey, let's keep the soldiers here in front of, you know, protecting me. Yeah. Right. We can forget about all the other people. Yeah. You know, we don't need to worry about them. How about just, you know, well, Commander Pixis, where are you going? We have a game to play. I have more cookies. I have more wine.
Just very selfish. Like, don't worry about the little people.
Yeah. And then I like when that freaking soldier, the garrison soldier, tells him, I mean, with all due respect, Lord Vald, but Commander Pixis has been throwing the game to you. He's been letting you win.
He's more than capable of beating you. Yeah. But, you know.
But, you know, you give him booze.
Gotta appease his ego.
Yeah, you let him drink, so.
Rather hear him boast about, I won, than complain and be a big baby about him losing.
Yes, I mean, there's a lot of characters where you go ahead and you see where it's like, oh, man, you know, they they are deserving of being, you know, like these characters who are not good at all, right? The same could be said for that freaking, you know, that when there's that kind of weird in between where the moment before Historia rightfully claims her throne, there's pretty much that group, right? Where they have the false king who's just sitting there, you know, sleeping with his eyes open.
Yeah.
Right?
He's just there.
But in reality, they have like a collaborative group of these royal members who, you know,
they have their own little board.
Yeah. And I mean, all those guys are, again, they're just in it for themselves and for the, you know, the cushy freaking, you know, perks and everything that comes with it. Yeah. So there's a lot of characters. Yeah. When you, like I said, when you really go ahead and you go back and look.
Or if you're dissecting Attack on Titan like we are, you see how.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad people.
Yeah. You see how many bad people there are.
Yeah, you know.
And it really brings light to the good and the people who want redemption, people with redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
In comparison. So.
Yeah. Well, that's my list.
That was a really good list.
I felt like I did pretty good.
Oh, thank you for creating that. And then we workshopped and we made a list that I feel like
we made it better.
We feel confident in. Yeah. And thanks to Marco.
We forgot about a very evil
who
character
is in the number 2 spot.
Yeah, climbed the ranks very quickly.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. So, should we go ahead and finish off the episode with which character matches your zodiac sign?
Yeah. I mean, let's go ahead and make this 2 hours.
Oh, wow, we're already an hour 40 in.
Yeah.
We said it was going to be a quickie, and it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Yeah.
But this, all I'm going to do is just go through the list and just read them. Mm-hmm. And so that way, for anybody listening, you can see which character matches your zodiac
signs in the chat. I can't think.
Yeah,
put your zodiac signs in the chat.
Kyron, don't do that to me. It's not what I meant by quickie, okay?
Hey.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
He's a Cancer.
He's Cancer, okay. So when we get to Cancer, we'll go ahead and we'll tell Kyron which character matches his sign. But here we go. So to start, we have Aries.
Okay.
So any Aries out there, you are Zeke Yeager. Wow.
Okay.
Says the user of the Beast Titan is relentless, strategic, and ruthless. In order to achieve his goal of killing all Eldians and putting an end to the endless war, Zeke had to play both sides, manipulating his people and enemies. In the process, he killed countless human soldiers and turned many people into Titans. His personality corresponds to the zodiac sign Aries. He is a born leader, and he knows what he needs to do to fulfill his personal agenda. However, Zeke also exhibits the zodiac sign's worst traits, as he can be violent, aggressive, and selfish. Sorry for any Aries out there.
Any Aries, you are Zeke. Sorry.
Yeah, you're Zeke. All right. So now the next sign we have is a Taurus, right? What's your sign again, Lex?
I am a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay, interesting. So Taurus is...
My birthday is next week, guys.
A Taurus is Sasha Browse.
Okay.
One of the most memorable characters in Attack on Titan is Sasha, a member of the Survey Corps. She is best known for upbeat personality, which cheers her teammates up, even in the direst of situations.
Most dire.
Yeah. Among the other characters in this series, Sasha also has the biggest appetite, and her behavior tends to be obsessive when it comes to food. There is no doubt that Sasha is a Taurus. Your desire for gratification through food is similar to a Taurus' desire for pleasure and instant gratification. Despite this, Sasha's Taurus side, I guess, okay. Sasha's Taurus side allowed her to skillfully balance pleasure and discipline as she trained very hard and became a skilled sniper. So the Taurus, you guys are Sasha.
Okay.
Now, this says twins. Okay. So that means that this just obviously this goes to any twins out there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And twins is, it says Eren Yeager.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says Eren Yeager.
I thought it was going to be funny and say Reina and be like, yeah, bipolar personalities.
No, this one says Eren Yeager.
I mean, I guess Eren also has a split personality.
Yeah. Eren is probably one of the most complex characters in all anime. Over a span of 4 seasons, Eren has continually changed his goals as more information has been revealed to him. In the current anime climate, Eren has gone from taking revenge on the Titans to decimating everyone but the Paradisans? Paradians.
Yeah, let's go with that. This is what you said, Pisces?
This is twins.
Twins?
Yeah.
Oh, just twins in general?
Twins.
Oh, okay.
Says his unpredictable way of becoming a protagonist to become an anti-hero is reminiscent of the mindset of twins. Those born under Gemini cannot bear to be controlled by others. Therefore, Eren decided to deviate from the agreement with his brother Zeke. The twin in Eren also comes out when talking to his enemies, as he can throw sharp insults without having to show aggression.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
Twins are Eren Yeager. Cancer. All right.
All right, here we go, Kyron.
Cancer is...
You are...
Mikasa Ackerman.
Hey,
wow.
Okay, Kyron. You got Mikasa. Okay.
Says, Mikasa is a talented member of the Recon Corps who also happens to be in love with her adoptive brother, Eren. She is extremely protective of Eren, even going so far as to wield her ODM gear to prevent Eren from being killed in his Titan form. While her strong desire to protect Eren stems from the genetic loyalty of her bloodline, she genuinely loves Eren. Her deeply caring and empathetic nature indicates that she is a Cancer. She always shows her feelings in an honest and serious way, which makes her particularly vulnerable to Eren's scathing remarks. However, Mikasa is not blind, and she is more than willing to do anything for the greater good, even if it means killing Eren.
Oh, interesting.
It will give me Connie instead.
Yeah, he wants Connie instead. Okay. Sorry, you got Mikasa.
Yeah, you're Mikasa. All right. For any Leos out there, you are... Jean Kirstein.
Okay.
Kirstein.
Leos or Jean. Yeah.
Says,
that seems to fit.
While still a Recon Corps trainee, Jean was known for being an annoying character who wasn't afraid to speak his mind, even if it meant insulting his fellow students. However, Jean has developed into a complex and pragmatic character who can be selfless and generous, although egocentric on the surface. A Leo through and through, Jean speaks his mind and is confident in his abilities. Jean has some of the most positive traits Leos are known for, including being a natural leader and making compromises for the greater good. Despite his aggressiveness, vain, and temperamental personality, Jean is a noble individual who has shown a fair amount of character development throughout the show.
Yeah, definitely has.
I agree. Next is me, Virgo. Virgos are... Irvin Smith.
You're Irvin.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Okay.
I don't know if I feel like I'm an Irvin, but all right. Says a persuasive leader, Irvin has led the Recon Corps to many victories. He was best known for his stoic demeanor, which he maintains whether the news is good or bad. Irvin is a very sensitive strategist. Okay. Sorry. No. Very sensitive strategist. But he also tended to put himself first rather than humanity as a whole. As a Virgo, Irvin can make plans that lead to success because he always has the big picture in mind. Despite his fierce attitude, he's also a very motivating leader, and he inspires his subordinates to do their best. However, Virgos are also prone to self-doubt, as evidenced by Irvin questioning himself as to whether his decisions were in the best interest of humanity. I can agree with the self-doubt thing.
yeah, I was gonna say,
sure.
That is
a little spot on. But thank you.
Okay.
I'll take Irvin.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so now the Libras.
Okay.
Libras are Rhina Braun.
That's Zach.
All right, Zach is Rhina.
Yeah, Zach is Rhina.
All right.
Right, Zach's...
So, Zach...
Yeah, Zach
says...
Pretty sure Zach's a Libra.
Pretty sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a Libra.
Okay.
So, Rhina.
Says, the Armor Titan is wielded by the Marleyan warrior Rhina. Due to his charming and witty personality... Sounds like Zach. He was also able to successfully infiltrate the reconnaissance corps. While he may just be pretending to be friends with the other members of the Recon Corps, Rhina is genuinely caring and empathetic, and he feels a great deal of guilt over the deaths he has caused. In true Libra fashion, Rhina strives to achieve balance in his life. He finds himself in a position where he is caught between two opposing forces, and the imbalance confuses him and causes him emotional problems.
Yeah.
Living a double life really hurts the Libra warrior. Despite this, Rhina strives to be a fair, diplomatic, and idealistic person, all of which are key traits of Libra people.
Okay.
Interesting.
Pretty good.
All right. Scorpio.
Okay.
The Scorpios are Annie Leonhardt. Another Marleyan warrior who has infiltrated the Recon Corps is Annie. With her stoic demeanor and no-nonsense personality, Annie found it easy to fool everyone into believing that she was one with her cause. Despite her realistic worldview, Annie only aspires to lead a normal life. Scorpios are the most secretive of the zodiac signs. As a Scorpio, Annie found it very good to hide her true intentions. Scorpios are also very extremely smart and always honest with themselves. So Annie wasn't prone to emotional failures. Due to her Scorpio personality, Annie is probably one of the scariest characters in Attack on Titan.
Okay.
All right. You said you're a Capricorn?
I am a Capricorn.
Okay. So that one's not next.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So next is Sagittarius. And that would be Hanji Zoe.
Okay.
There's a good reason why Hanji Zoe became commander of the Recon Corps. Driven by logic and science, Hanji is always seeking knowledge. She's not afraid to get close to the Titans and learn more about them, although many of her peers would prefer to keep their distance. Hanji fits in the Sagittarius box. Their adventurous and inquisitive nature, as well as their independence, is what Sagittarians are known for. She also has a sharp tongue, which is a classic Sagittarius trademark. However, she has a problem controlling herself at times, and her honesty could resemble tactlessness if she's not careful.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
Hanji.
Sagittarius. Okay, so Luca is a Sagittarius, and Marco is also a Cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So both Chiron and Marco are Mikasa.
Mikasa. Yeah.
Interesting.
Cool. All right, Lex, you ready for the Capricorns?
I am ready.
All right, Capricorns are...
You are Flagel.
Yeah, well, how'd you know?
It's gonna be something gross.
Yeah, kind of gross. I'm sorry.
Okay, great.
Are you ready?
See. Yeah.
Capricorns are Connie Springers.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. No, it's not Connie. You are Levi Ackerman.
No way.
Levi Ackerman. It says, many of Attack on Titans, right? Many of Attack on the Titans.
Attack on the Titans.
Yeah, that's what it says here. The best ODM gear scenes feature the talented and brave Captain Levi Ackerman.
Okay.
His bluntness and cold demeanor are a product of his dark childhood. He is also very selective about the people he trusts and admires, and has an immense work ethic that has allowed him to rise quickly through the ranks. It's safe to say that Levi carries many of the traits that Capricorns are known for. His ambitious and determined character has enabled him to become a formidable member of the Recon Corps. As a Capricorn, Levi also tends to be emotionally withdrawn and jaded, which is essential in a profession where he constantly sees his peers being slain by Titans.
Yeah.
Do you,
Interesting.
you feel like that's something that you can relate with?
I feel like when there are... So I can agree with the ending because, I mean, obviously, if you guys don't know, I'm going to school to become an athletic trainer. And with that, there's just like...
I thought it was to be a scout.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. There's my response to like immediate injury and stuff, and the times that it has happened, and the times that like there has been, times of stress.
Yeah.
My response is always to turn off my emotion and go purely logical, and be, I guess what is described as jaded. I don't know if I couldn't go to the extent of what Levi does. I couldn't do that, but there's a hint. There's a little hint of Levi.
There's a bit of Levi in there.
There's a little bit of Levi somewhere in here.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of Irvin in there.
A little bit.
A little bit of Mikasa in there.
We're getting such cool characters.
I know. We're all getting really cool. I know. It's not like, oh, you are this random merchant number 3.
No. Imagine you are Flock.
I know.
Like, oh my God.
Gobby. Like, all right, let's burn the list.
Yeah. All right. We got
After
two
we
left.
just talked about how horrible these people are.
Yeah. So we got 2 left, and that would be Aquarius and Pisces.
Okay.
So starting with Aquarius, you are Historia Race.
Okay.
Historia has long lived a double life, impersonating Crystallen's to hide her royal blood. While her personality as Krista was warm, empathetic, and caring on the inside, Historia constantly feels empty. However, Historia soon finds meaning in life as she became the queen of the walls. Much like the air sign Aquarius, Historia has trouble figuring out who she really is. Despite being intelligent and creative, Aquarians often tend to think they're missing something Historia is extremely guilty of. But when they find their true personality, Aquarians have the potential to do so much.
Aquarians.
If I was Flock, I'd jump into the rumbling.
Yeah, if I was Flock, yeah.
Same.
No one wants to be that dude.
Yeah.
We all collectively hate Flock.
Yeah. So out of the characters that we haven't named yet, who do you think the Pisces are?
I think that Pisces is going to end up being Armin.
You'd be correct.
Yeah.
Pisces are Armin Arlet. Says, despite many difficulties and many grim scenarios involving his friends and loved ones, Armin remains an emotional and empathetic person. However, Armin has developed a better sense of morality as he learns more about the Titans and the world he inhabits. His sensitive and understanding nature is reminiscent of how Pisces are to other people. Armin carries within himself a kindness that is much needed in the world he lives in, and as a Pisces, he is more than willing to make it available to those around him. He's also incredibly optimistic, and his Pisces self will not hesitate to offer hope and support to those that he loves. Wow, I love that. Yeah. Pisces, I love you guys.
That's a really good description.
That is a great, that perfectly describes Armin, right? And I just can't help but like love Armin as a character.
Yeah.
You know, I love it.
Who made this article? Who published this?
Okay, this article is actually from, it says the site is US Today News.
Okay, US Today News. Good job on your article.
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you for
we'll credit you. Thank you for letting us use your article. It's from a week ago.
Oh.
So fairly recent.
Okay. Good job on your article. Great descriptions.
So those are the characters that match your zodiac sign.
I think we all learned a little something today.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you learn? All right.
All right.
Oh, another 2-hour episode in the books.
Yeah. Fun one. Yeah. Well, I think that we're going to get to a close. You know, we're going to get to a close. We appreciate you guys who joined us and listening along and join us in chat. We hope that you guys enjoyed the list that we went over. Mm-hmm. That would be the top 15 Attack on Titan characters that deserve coal for Christmas.
Yeah.
We had to alter the list live here as we discussed it, but I think we nailed it. We nailed it to a good group, right? A good group of naughty characters.
Yeah. Yeah. Not very nice.
Yeah.
Lots of naughty.
And then obviously we just discussed the characters that that match your zodiac signs. Something that I thought was going to be really interesting kind of talk about. But yeah, guys, it's going to wrap up another OVA episode. We hope that you guys enjoyed it, of course. With all that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get to a close. But again, we want to remind you guys that we are here streaming live. This is Monday night. I know that, again, it is late for some of you guys, and we appreciate, again, your guys' time. But we want to make sure that we update you guys and let you guys know that this coming weekend is going to be a Christmas weekend. Mm-hmm. That means that Saturday is going to be Christmas Eve, and Sunday will be Christmas Day. So that means that we will not be streaming live this weekend, guys. We're going to go ahead
but go ahead and enjoy if you celebrate Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
go ahead and enjoy that.
Of course. So just like how, we're going to take the time to go ahead and, spend time with our family and all that. Enjoy the holidays. We hope that you guys do the same. However you guys celebrate it, if you guys celebrate it, we hope that it is a joyous time. Because the holiday season is every time it comes around so quickly. But the holiday season is something that I really appreciate because I feel this warmth. I feel this. Maybe it's kind of like a nostalgia thing growing up, where just Christmas kind of brought this kind of like loving season. And I hope that you guys
feel joy in the air.
I hope that you guys are feeling that. And again, we hope that you guys have a great weekend. But we'll be back and we'll let you guys know when. We also are aware that the following weekend will be New Year's. So if we're not back by then, we hope that you guys have a great New Year's. We hope that you guys have a safe New Year's. And yeah, now that I think out loud, I don't think that we're going to be able to stream because I believe we're going to be traveling.
New Year's, yeah.
We will be traveling. Yeah, so probably we'll see you guys after New Year's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be because that's 2 weekends. Yeah.
So we'll go and we'll see you guys then. It's going to be...
We'll see you guys for the whole 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Don't miss us too much. We'll miss you a lot.
Yeah, we'll miss you guys, of course. But
enjoy the new year.
We appreciate the Christmas shout out, Kyron. Same to you, my friend. You know, we hope that you have a great
Merry early Christmas
as well. And you know that we always appreciate your time, man. We know that it is significantly later for you. So thank you again for joining us here on this Monday night. Yeah. Also, we're streaming on a Monday because as the holiday season is here, something that we do as you know, with our family is we like to go ahead and have the tradition of going to Universal City Walk. So we did that this past weekend.
Our tradition.
And you know, just enjoying the holiday season, checking out, you know, Christmas lights and stuff like that. You know, I had a cool ugly sweater party to attend this past weekend, so that's why we're here streaming on a Monday night. Mm-hmm. But we wanted to make sure that we streamed and we had something for you guys, that we were able to talk with you guys before the holiday season.
Yeah, before we don't see you guys.
Yeah. Because that would be way too long. 3 weeks? You kidding me?
Yeah.
Way too long. So thank you guys again. We wanted to update you guys, and hopefully the 2 weeks don't take that long.
Yeah.
And before we know it, we're back here discussing Attack on Titan and jumping right back into the story. But yeah, so of course, make sure you guys go ahead and follow along on Instagram. It is at Attack to Talk Podcast. Lexi put out a pretty cool reel as we discussed last week's episode. That impactful, powerful moment of Commander Irvin.
Yeah.
Right. Just.
It's not using AJ's voice, but you know.
Yeah.
You want to hear AJ say that quote? Go.
Yeah. Go back and go back to the episode and go ahead and check that out. But if you really want to see it in its glory, go ahead and check out the reel over on Instagram.
J. Michael Tatum.
Yeah, J. Michael Tatum, the stud. Mm-hmm. And you know, make sure you guys follow us at Attack to Talk Podcasts. And remember, check out the Linktree, guys, because on there we have the many platforms where you guys can go ahead and check us out, where you guys can listen to us. Yeah, make sure you guys are following along. We'll make sure to update you guys, of course. Mm-hmm. And yeah. So before we leave, guys, we want to do some shout outs. And it's probably going to be a little too late for I'm going to say it is going to be too late for some Christmas shopping over on
considering it is this weekend. So
yeah. So
unless you go in person, but maybe not for Fandomion, not an option.
Check out AnimeCrunch, guys, on Instagram. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out the Linktree as well for Fandomion. If you guys are still interested in buying, or if you guys go and get some, you know, some cash or whatever and stuff for the holidays and all that, and you guys are looking to go ahead and spend it on some merch and everything, check out Fandomion, guys. Don't forget to use that promo code LEX. That is promo code LEX for 15% off your purchase. And yeah, shout out to AnimeCrunch, shout out to Fandomion. Of course, we want to shout out our friends. We want to shout out Caesar, his art, which is ArtofCesar. Check him out on Instagram, guys. He's super talented. In our link tree, we have a link where you guys can go ahead and check out his art at his Etsy store. Yeah, any support for Caesar, it's
go ahead.
So much appreciated because Caesar is just a really, really cool person, and again, he's very, very talented. So go check out his Instagram, guys. And of course, we got to shout out friends of the show, right? So Lexi, go ahead and shout out our friends.
We have some amazing artists that follow us on. We have some famous art. It's not famous. We have some talented. Not yet. Yeah. We have some talented Attack the Talker.
Yeah, as Lexi has coined the phrase "attack the talkers."
Yeah, attack the talkers that are really talented artists, and that would be. I'll start off with Marco.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Marco. Check him out on Instagram at MARC0 MAMONE. Really cool art. Go ahead and check him out. And we also have our friend who wasn't able to join us today. We have Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie Henston. who is Art de Juan.
Art de Juan, yeah.
On Instagram, which is ArtDejuan.
Yeah. So shout out to Marco. Shout out to you, Eddie. Eddie, we hope that you're doing well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to our friends.
Yeah.
And of course, we want to shout out our friends who joined us here today. So shout out to you, Kyron. Thank you so much. Shout out to Captain Boggy. Of course, shout out to Marco. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to shout out, of course, to B. Dennis for, you know, the responses that we get. Anybody else that I'm missing, I want to shout out to you guys. We appreciate you again, you guys, your guys' support. You know, it means a lot to us. You guys mean a lot to us, and thank you. So again, I hope that we at least had an entertaining OVA episode for you guys, and we'll see you guys when we see you. Again, we hope that you guys have a great holiday season. We hope that you guys have a fantastic and safe New Year's, and we love you guys. You guys know the saying: just spread that love and positivity. You know, especially as we get to a close this year, we're going to be starting 2023. And let's start it off with just upbeat, having that love and positivity, you know, and hopefully
it a goal to make someone smile.
Hopefully 2023 is going to be a good year. I do want to say, you brought that up. I want to kind of mention a little story. And it's something that our dad did.
I was really thinking that the same thing when I said that.
Of course, I want to go ahead and shout out our dad. Because when you go about your everyday life, right, how often do we get stuck in the same kind of cycle, the same routine, or if we're in a funk, whatever it is, you know, throughout that daily routine or whatever, you know, my dad, he just went to a grocery store. He noticed that a gentleman seemed to, at least appeared to be having maybe a rough day, maybe a rough week, maybe he's just, you know, something's on his mind that's bothering him. But nonetheless, my dad did a kind gesture of just even acknowledging him. And my dad was just going to buy, I believe he bought, you know, a couple of nice warm shirts. And something as simple as just my dad asked him, "Hey man, what size do you wear?" And my dad just was going to offer him just one of the shirts that he was planning on buying, you know? And just that acknowledgement, just even after that, you know, my dad just kind of, dad pretty much was like, "Hey man, you know, you have a great day." That was enough to make this guy, his whole kind of demeanor change.
Yeah.
And he went from just kind of like appearing to be sad to like, "Hey, you know, like, wow, like, hey, thanks, man," you know, and he even, you know, said the same, you know, like, "Hey, man, thank you so much. You know, you have a great day too." And my dad said he actually smiled and stuff, and he seemed like much happier. You never know, guys. Like, it doesn't take much. All it takes is for just somebody to go ahead and kind of just like, "Hey, man, you know, acknowledge the person or just, you know, wish them, you know, a happy holidays or a Merry Christmas or, you know, just have a great day." You just never know. And thank you for bringing that up, Lex. It made me, of course, just like you thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about with Dad, you know, kind of doing that kind gesture and stuff.
Make it a goal to make someone smile.
Yeah, and we know that there's times, guys, where it's just everyday life. It's kind of just we're all stuck in this kind of cycle sometimes throughout the week, you know, and we're all just trying to get through the week. But you know, it's something that I was talking to my friend this past weekend at this ugly sweater party, is that we're both trying to consciously just live in the moment and to appreciate you know, the moment and yeah, guys, just, you know, try to just be happy and you know, it can be difficult at times, but just know that there's, you know, you got people that care about you, and you know, it's just one of those things, guys. I always go on this tangent at the end of the episode.
Yeah, about how we're
about how it's just,
kindness,
you know, yeah,
love and positivity,
and, stuff, you know?
and how we appreciate you guys, and yada yada yada. You guys hear it every episode.
Yeah. But it's all true, guys.
We cannot say it enough.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. Cliche, guys. We hate. We love. Type Talk loves you guys. And thank you again so much. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Mwah. Love you guys. And I'm AJ. And I'll see you guys hopefully soon. All right. Take it away, Lex.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Have a happy holidays. However you guys are celebrating the new year. If you celebrate Christmas, make sure to be safe, be responsible, drive safe, drink responsibly, take care, have a fun time, but obviously be responsible in what you're doing, and we care about you guys. So have fun and be safe.